Once upon a time, in the heart of a vast and lush bamboo forest, there lived a young panda named Penny. Penny had big, round eyes and a heart full of curiosity. While most of the pandas in the forest loved to stay close to home, nibbling on bamboo and napping in the shade, Penny was different. She loved exploring, asking questions, and dreaming of seeing the world beyond the forest. Every day, Penny would wander a little further from her home. She would climb the tallest trees to see what lay beyond the hills, listen to the stories the birds shared, and wonder about the many animals that lived in far-off places. But there was one thing Penny longed to see more than anything, a magical place her grandmother had once told her about, Rainbow Falls. "Grandma, where is Rainbow Falls?" Penny asked one afternoon as she snuggled beside her grandmother, who was telling her stories about the world. "It's a secret place," Grandma said with a twinkle in her eye. "It's hidden deep in the forest, and only those who are brave enough to seek it can find it." Penny's heart raced. She had always wondered what it would be like to see this magical waterfall, where the water sparkled in all the colors of the rainbow. She decided that one day she would find it, and today, she thought, was the day. Early the next morning, Penny packed a little basket with some bamboo leaves for lunch, tied her favorite scarf around her neck, and waved goodbye to her family. "I'll be back before sunset," she called as she trotted toward the forest. As Penny walked through the familiar paths of the forest, she noticed the trees seemed taller than she remembered. The air smelled of sweet flowers and fresh earth, and the sun filtered through the leaves, casting playful shadows on the ground. Soon, she came to a clearing where she met a cheerful parrot named Percy. Percy had bright green and yellow feathers, and he was hopping from branch to branch, singing a catchy tune. "Hello, Penny," Percy squawked, flying down to land beside her. "Where are you going today?" "I'm going on an adventure," Penny said with a grin. "I'm looking for Rainbow Falls." Percy's eyes widened. "Rainbow Falls! I know where that is. Follow me and I'll show you the way." Penny's heart skipped a beat. "You know the way?" "Oh, thank you, Percy." With Percy leading the way, Penny followed him through the dense forest. The path became more winding, and the trees grew thicker. They passed by soft, moss-covered rocks and vibrant flowers that Penny had never seen before. Percy would flutter ahead, calling out directions, and Penny would carefully follow, making sure not to miss anything. As they journeyed deeper into the forest, Penny began to feel a little nervous. The trees seemed taller, and the forest was quieter. But Percy reassured her, "Don't worry, Penny. The forest is full of secrets, but it's also full of good things. Keep going." After a while, they reached a wide, fast-moving river. The water was clear and sparkled in the sunlight, but there was no bridge in sight. "How will we get across?" Penny asked. "Leave it to me," Percy chirped. He flew up into the sky and swooped down, grabbing a large vine from a nearby tree. "Here you go, Penny. Use this vine to swing across." Penny took a deep breath and grasped the vine with her paws. She swung across the river, landing on the other side with a soft thud. "Good job, Penny," Percy cheered. "You're doing great." Penny smiled proudly. As they continued on their journey, Percy explained that they were very close now. They followed a narrow path that led them around large rocks and through dense ferns. The air was cool, and Penny could feel the excitement building in her chest. Finally, they reached a hilltop, and there it was, Rainbow Falls. Penny's eyes grew wide with wonder. The waterfall cascaded down from a high cliff, and the water shimmered in all the colors of the rainbow, reds, blues, greens, yellows, and purples, all sparkling like jewels in the sunlight. Penny took a deep breath, feeling the mist from the waterfall cool her fur. The sound of the water was soothing, like a soft lullaby. "It's even more beautiful than I imagined," Penny whispered. Just then, a group of playful monkeys appeared, swinging from the trees. They spotted Penny and Percy and swung down to greet them. "Hello, Penny," one of the monkeys said, grinning. "Would you like to play with us?" Penny's eyes sparkled. "Yes, please." The monkeys showed Penny how to swing on vines, jump over streams, and play tag around the tall, leafy trees. Penny laughed and had so much fun, her heart filled with happiness. Percy joined in too, flying from tree to tree and cheering them on. After a while, Penny realized the sun was starting to set, and she knew it was time to head home. She said goodbye to the monkeys, promising to return soon. Percy flew beside her as they made their way back through the forest, chatting about all the fun they'd had. When Penny finally arrived home, her family was waiting for her. They were all so happy to see her safe and sound. "Did you find Rainbow Falls?" her mother asked, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. "I did," Penny exclaimed, her voice full of excitement. "It was more beautiful than I ever imagined. I met new friends and even played with some monkeys. It was the best adventure ever." Her grandmother smiled and gave her a big hug. "I knew you'd find it, Penny. You're brave and kind, and you have a heart full of wonder." Penny grinned. "And I can't wait to go on my next adventure." From that day on, Penny knew that no matter how far she roamed, she would always have a place to come home to, and the world was full of magical surprises just waiting to be discovered.